I found this Etsy shop that is 5 months old and it's generated over $18,000 in total revenue. And monthly, it's doing about 2,667, averaging 92 sales a month with 36 listings, which is crazy. And it seems like there's only 1 or 2 designs that are carrying the shop. So I did something a little crazy. I fed the entire store to Claude AI. It decoded the designs that sell, the fonts, the colors, the phrases. Then I used that research to build a better, completely original version of the catalog in about 20 minutes in one tool. Stick around because the full reveal at the end is worth it. Let's go find the store. So one of my favorite ways to do research and gather data and as much information as possible is leverage the Amazon hot new releases. I like to come in here to understand and see what is selling, what is trending. And these are like newer shirts that are starting to rank and crank into the algorithm. And if you see these BSRs, look how low they are. Okay, look at these. Like some of these shirts were listed within the last week, the last 2 weeks, the last month, the last 30 days, just say in general. And your goal is to come in here and see, okay, what are the patterns? Look at the patterns. Say, okay, boom, are these doing good over here? And understand why. Now, obviously, you have to identify trademarks and copyright, so you have to have an understanding of that. So that is very, very important. But as you're going down, you look at this. We have a good amount of design ideas and inspiration that are not trademarked and copyrighted. Now, obviously, the World Cup, there was a big boy train that might be borderline right there. Anything with, you can't do like any of the World Cup teams, USA, anything like that. You want to be careful with that. And coming down, first things is waiting on parts, stuff, something like that. Make this one like this. I have a few tabs open. I found a few in here. Flight was never an option, and we'll break down and show you exactly how we're going to do research and see the demand over here on Etsy, and then find these shops. So ow right here, body pain, a funny one right there. That was a good one. So for example, this fish trout has been trending, doing pretty good the last few days, or probably the last 30 days, last month, and it's cranking and doing a good amount of sales. You can see this one made a sale, what it says 4 days ago, the 7th, right? As I'm recording this video, you can see, look at, it's at 160, now it's at 35K BSR. So that means it's consistently making sales. And so this is interesting right here, because this is something very generic. It's a trout with some, it has like a color effects right on there, okay? Which is pretty cool. And then we go to the next one. There's that ow, right? And if we come down here, you can see that it's starting to trend up, but it seems like there is definitely a demand with this design. It was uploaded April 18th, 2026. Now this right here, flight was never an option. If we kind of see that one, we got a penguin gun, and all right, penguin holding a gun. Let's come down. Let's see what's going on here. Sees it made its first sale on the 5th of July, and it's making consistent sales. The BSR is really low ranking. That means that there's definitely a demand. It's at 99K BSR right now. It was uploaded the 3rd. Okay, pretty interesting. Now, if we come over here on Etsy, this is one cool way too as well. So I would put the same funny ow shirt. And I'm just curious to see like what's the demand looking like. So listing age to monthly sales, right? Everbee shows us this right here where you're looking at the listing age, like okay, 2 months with this amount of sales. That means there is a demand. This is a trend. You want something like this. Now you come over here, look at another one. We have another shop doing this. Okay, 8 months. Oh, this one's 12 months. I thought it said 2. No, that was 12 months. That's a little different. But this one right here is definitely taking off. Now 3 months, 2 sales, not bad. All right, come down over here. We have another one. Different layout, like he's making a different face, stick figure face. 2 months, 12 sales. The conversion rate's pretty solid on this one. All right, so that's definitely, there's a demand here. There's another one, 1 month, 11 sales. So what we're looking at is the listing age to sales. So the lower, with the more sales, the better the demand. Very simple, very easy to do. And I'll show you another example. So the fish trout shirt, 2 months, 28 sales. You see the demand there, and look, it's a little bit, this one's different from the one on Amazon, right? But we're using Amazon as a #1 shopping platform to see, okay, this is what's selling. Now let me go verify and cross-check it on Etsy so I can get more information. And look at, they got this cowboy riding a rainbow trout, right? So that's interesting. So these are rainbow trouts too, by the way, if you're looking at the keywords, if you're unaware of that. And come down, we have another one that's popular right now, 3 months, 22 sales. Ding, ding, right? So that's a good sign. 2 months, 4 sales. Fish around and fine trout, 8 months, 42 sales. Okay, so rainbow trout seems to be really popular right now. All right. Next one is flight was never an option. T-shirt. Look at this one. 2 months. This is crushing it. 2 months, 153 sales. 1 month, 6 sales. This right here is just crazy amount of sales. Crazy. So yeah, you can see that. And then yeah, 1 month, 6 sales. And you look down, there's a lot of newer ones that are 1 month, 12 sales. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. For 3 months, 8 sales. We're looking at the listing age to month sales for demand. Then if you want to take it a step further, okay, you can go into the actual listing and you're going to see the add to carts. Popular, bestseller, 20 add to carts. Most likely if they have add to carts, they most likely have added carts. They have reviews. Some people are taking photos of the actual product. So that's like ding, ding. Those are signals right there. That's telling you like, this is definitely doing good. Okay. You're seeing the 1698 right here, the sale. If you pick the size, you can see picking your size, right? And then you pick whatever color, you can see the different, how they're charging depending on what type of style, what type of shirt you want. Right. So $25.51, and then they're charging $5 for shipping. So over a $30 shirt for this one. So now let's take all the information that we got and let's go ahead and plug it into Claude AI and let's try to come up with some original design concepts with this. Also, before we go over into Claude AI, I want to show you how powerful this is too as well. Because if you're a beginner, I want you to understand how one design can make an impact on your shop and turn your whole business around and give you a better understanding of how to do research the correct way. This one design on this person's shop, 5 months old on Etsy, 614 sales, right? 4.8 out of 5, 66 reviews. But look what they can obviously do more to the shop, right? As they're growing and understanding, everything about selling on Etsy. You come over here and look at it. This one design, the flight was never an option, is making their whole monthly sales, 153 sales, $4,000 revenue, 2 months old. All right. So you see in this, I'm using the Everbee to look at this information. It's giving us a good amount of information, and vice versa. Like you can literally just see what I'm doing here is understand what they're doing, who their target audience is. And then they're understanding it. And this seems like they're just building around and creating multiple like other listings and scaling it out by using different animals, have it make sense for what they're trying to do. They tried some 4th of July designs. They have that viral meme, the howling at the moon. So the hot dog jumping into the bun, that's a cool one. So this is very, very powerful what they're doing here. Okay. So this is so I came over here into Claude. Okay. This is the prompt that I put in. Analyze these best-selling designs and decode why they sell. The typography, the palettes, the phrase patterns, the layout DNA, then write me 10 detailed, completely original design prompts inspired by these trends, not copies, originals for this niche. And what I did was come over here and filter by the last 3 months. And then I hit export and it got delivered into my email, which is really cool. And then I uploaded it into Claude AI. Now we're just going to go ahead and hit send and let it do its work. And look at the breakdown that it's given us here. Okay, it's telling us why the winners sell. It's given us like the fonts, it's given us the emotional work, it's given us the color palettes for the seasonal, the phrases to follow the patterns, right? Stuff like this would take you hours to do, right? And it's done within seconds, which is really, really amazing. So this is an important part that you do not want to skip when it comes to doing your research. And then if we go down, you can see all this stuff right here. Pause the video at any point to give you an idea, like if you want to see something that you like, or you see anything that I was skipped over, an important part, it's all there. It's going to go ahead and give us the 10 original design prompts over here for the funny animal deadpan niche, right? And then you go down, number 1, patience is a weapon. And then it gives you, the snail night. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, which is really cool. And then it gives us some more information right here. Now, if you want the exact prompts, comment the word Kittl down below and I'll share them with you. That way you can have an idea on your end as you're following along with this video, so I can help you understand, how to put this exact prompt in and what the type of prompts that I'm receiving, so you can compare them to your notes on your end if you're running into any issues. And you see how we reverse engineered every single thing about this shop and why it's working. Now, research is cool, right? It's fun. It's entertaining to do, but it doesn't pay. Watch what happens when I go over here into Kittl next, right here. And we use the new Agentic AI right here. You're going to see it right there. Kittl just launched this, so this may be your first time seeing this. One of the cool things here, it's you don't have to have a perfect prompt, right? So if you like this part, you don't have to have a perfect prompt. You tell it what to do and it will actually like lead you, but basically hold your hand and take you through the whole process. Now, if you've seen my earlier video, I talk about how to pick the perfect AI model, which is very important, right? But with the Agentic AI, it will do that for you. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and copy and paste one of these prompts in here, and we'll let the Agentic AI do all the heavy lifting for us. It'll pick the correct AI model, which is important, like I said, because knowing the typography, like the color palette and the layout of the design is very important, but you don't have to worry about that no more with Kittl's new AI. All right, so what we're going to do is Kittl's AI agent. We're going to go ahead and see what it does. Go ahead and hit generate. Boom, Kittl, hello. Now, this is the type of design that I created right here. Patience is a weapon. Establish whenever I get there. Now, what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and create a really good design. I'm going to lock this in. So when I highlight this, so you can see that it's locked in right there. I'm going to go ahead and grab the next design so you can see exactly. They're taking that same concept, just help us stay on stay on brand with our collection. Okay, so see that? Boom, I hit it again. Agentic AI is going. It created a really cool design. I can move this up right here. It's thinking. Grab the next prompt and I put it in there and let it work. All right, so we got 3 of the 4 designs done. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to show the other 2 yet. I'm done with the 4th one, but I want to see how the Agentic AI works. And what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to keep something gothic. So trash gothic. Instead of copying the whole prompt, right? Let's go ahead and put it to the test and let's just do this. Sort of copy that, okay? And then put it in there. Let's see what it does. Okay, trash gothic. So this will be the text, I believe. Let me see. Just a little small frame. We can just leave it like that too. Come over here, I'm going to put text, okay? And then put text right off of American Gothic. Let's go ahead and hit the send and see how this works right here. Let's put it to the real test. Agentic AI. Now it's picking the different models for us that came out really good, those 3, but let's see how the 4th one comes out, and then I'll share with them every single one with you in a bit. So here's the collection. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is really cool. The 4th one is put this basic in one right here. This is the prompt that I put in, and it generated, which is crazy. It understood it, and look what the AI like. If you read this prompt right here, prodigy of a public domain painting, American Gothic, 2 deadpan raccoons standing side by side, front of a tiny wood shed, the left one holding a litter picker stick upright like a pitchfork. Okay, you can see like looking at that already, and you coming over here and looking at the design concept, it basically got that whole prompt down. Okay, this whole prompt down right here is crazy. So I did a solid job with that. Now, one cool thing too, like I've told you, one thing before you list any of these type of designs and go anywhere with this, you always want to double check everything for trademarks. Okay, just trademark search. So USPTO.gov or TM. So you can see this is the exact one I tapped in up above in the link right here. I'll put this down below in the description too as well for you. But you're going to be searching for the phrases in here because you want to make sure that none of these phrases that we're sharing in this video are live over there, and you don't want to get no rejections or no takedowns on your shop or anything like that. So that's very important. Now, the next thing is there's a few things for like your brand. If you want to, you can generate videos. There's a few things that you can do back here with this. You can remove the background, which is really cool. You can also vector, again, there's a few different things you can do. Upscale, you can vectorize if you want to. So for example, let's say we want to upscale, hit the upscale. It's going to upscale that image right there. And you can do it to every single one of these images, but let's just use this one for example. All right, so to upscale it, then we can go ahead and remove background, and it's going to go ahead and remove the background for us. All right. And check that out. You can see how it just removed the background with just one click, and we have it there. And you can literally the artboard there, and you can literally just download it to your personal size preference. You can go to the right corner. However you want to put the design size, you can do that on here too as well. So pretty cool. And then the DPI, you can mess with this too as well. And you can remove the background, however you're doing it, and you export, and then it goes straight to your computer. And then you can do this with every single one of these designs, which is cool. And then another cool thing too, you can do mockups with inside of the tool. Okay, you can even see how we can get it ready for, like, you want to do a mockup, you want to post it to your your own website, you can do that, or to your audience, you can definitely do that. So if you zoom in, you can see, right? place it however you want to place it on the t-shirt, and you can download that too as well. All right, pretty cool. Now you can see like the whole workflow, everything that we did right here. You cannot do something like that on Canva. I know some of you guys are probably watching this trying to compare Canva to Kittl. And the one cool thing is in Canva, you probably have to open up, 4 or 5 different tabs to do this type of workflow. And here we're working within this dashboard, right? And then we have everything at our fingertips where we can edit, mock up, everything can be done in the back end back here, which is cool. You can see how I'm just messing with stuff. So you can see, these type of designs that it created for us. And then if you look right here, you can see the mockup that it created for us too. And then there's several different other mockups back here, best-selling t-shirts, t-shirt listing shots. I do the Americana tea, and right, you can see American honey. There's a ton of different stuff different mockups that you can have at your fingertips, which is amazing. Now, yeah, that's it right there. So like I said, when you're looking at this and you're comparing the two, just understand the time you're saving and everything, your whole workflow is all in one place with Kittl. And if you want to sign up with Kittl and you want to test it out, the link is going to be down below in the description. And you get a nice little, sure, use my coupon code so you can get a nice little discount down there too as well. So that's the playbook. Find what's winning, decode it with Claude, rebuild it better at scale in Kittl. If you want to run this yourself, the Kittl link is in the description with my coupon code RJ. Get you a discount. Go build your first collection today. Then comment Kittl and I'll send you the exact reverse engineer prompt pack I used. If this helped, subscribe. I do this every week. So I'll see you in the next one. And if you want to see how I use Kittl to pick the right AI model every single time, watch this video right here. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.